What's up, everybody? I'm back with another roller coaster review. Today we're continuing with the Cedar Point Trio. Corkscrew. Oh man, Corkscrew. Historic coaster at Cedar Point. Opened in 1976. The first roller coaster ever to go upside down 3 times. It's got its iconic corkscrew. Again, why it's called Corkscrew. Over the Midway. Built by Arrow. Icon at the park. However, the ride has been very, very much criticized for being rough. And it is an Arrow looper. It is rough. And we're going to dive into that today. I finally got a chance to ride it in my last trip to Cedar Point. And I got to say, I'll never be riding it again. I'm going to say that right now. I told so many people were telling me before we went to Cedar Point, when we were at there, it's like, you're going to get a headache. It's going to be a huge headbanger. Don't even bother. It's like, I just want the credit. I know it's going to be bad. Just go for it. So I at least knew what I was expecting going in. But before I went in, I mean, you look around, it's like a nice corkscrew. That's pretty much iconic part. Goes right over the Midway. It used to be over a smoking section. Luckily, they got rid of that. And now you can actually go there and enjoy it without smelling cigarettes the whole time. It's not a very tall ride either. So it's a little hard. It's not that hard to find, though. You're just going past Dragster and towards like Magnum and all them, and it's right there. So it's not that hard to find. And then he's got some vertical loop. That's another recognizable part of it. This ride also never seems to have that much of a wait. However, when I was there, it did have quite a bit of a wait. It had almost an hour wait the time I read it. Luckily, I had Fast Pass, so I just jumped on the Fast Pass line, knocked it out, and moved on to something else. But usually, on a not so crowded day, or at least a more moderately crowded day, it shouldn't have that much of a line. Not a lot of people like to ride it. Some people do. It always seems to have some sort of a line. But usually, it's no more than 10 to 15 minutes. So, if you're looking for something to jump on, and you don't mind the headbanging, jump on this one. Or the roughness, I guess it's say. Now the ride experience itself. We rode towards the back. We didn't sit in the very back row, but we did sit towards the back. You go out, and I'd ridden the Corkscrew at Michigan's Adventure, which is a very short ride, a rougher ride, but it's somewhat enjoyable. It's an easily re-rideable ride. I'm like, okay, see if we can compare it to this one. No. Go up the lift hill, and that was a very slow, clanky lift hill. And again, it has over-the-shoulder restraints, which I don't get, right? I know a lot of the coasters back then that were inversions and stuff, because it was still quite a new thing. They had over-the-shoulder restraints. They could have easily upgraded to a lap bar. Okay, it could easily have a lap bar. Something like friggin' Millennium Force has a lap bar. Well, that's actually not a good comparison. I don't know, but I think it could easily have a lap bar. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't. It would be a little. I think it would be slightly more enjoyable if it had a lap bar. Probably not much more enjoyable, but I think if it had a lap bar, it would be better. The over-shoulder restraints were completely unnecessary. But you go down the first hill, and you go through and then you go straight into the vertical loop. Or you go through Airtime Hill, which gives no airtime. So that's fun. And then you go through the vertical loop. And already, you're just pretty much the entire time. Then you go out through a straight section, which is completely unnecessary, right? This has no reason to be there at all. It doesn't have any brakes on it. It doesn't serve any purpose. Okay, well, all it does is it transitions you to the iconic Corkscrew over the Midway, which again is rough and a little bit enjoyable. And then you shoot out into the brakes. And that's all it is. I came out of this ride. My head was hurting, but you know what? I survived. I got the credit. You know, a lot of people saying, they're going to tear this ride down. I don't think they are. I think it's too iconic for it to be torn down. But honestly, I got the credit. If they could put something that would use that iconic Midway location better, I think they should go for it. But again, it's just okay. I'm going to give it for the ride experience though, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. The color scheme's pretty cool. The red, white, and blue. That's okay. That's pretty cool, I guess, but not something I would, it's just generic. It's okay, but that's my experience. 3 out of 10. By far one of the worst roller coasters there, and it's definitely a one and done for me. But if you're there and you need the credit, go get it, I guess. But don't. If you've got other coasters you need to ride, go ride those instead. There's plenty of other better roller coasters at Cedar Point. And it's got some good photo opportunities, and that's pretty much it. So that's going to do it for my roller coaster review. I got one more coming out, and that'll be it for the year when it comes to coaster reviews, ladies and gentlemen. So be on the lookout for that. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.